Welcome to the Babe You've Got This podcast. My name is Kim Kent. I'm so excited for you to be listening in today. I am a sales-based business coach. I specialize in mindset, and I'm also an online business professional and network marketing professional. I love to help ambitious women who feel stuck, unclear, and tired of not getting results to achieve the skills to build a 6+ figure business and overcome all the BS that is holding them back from genuinely achieving the goals that they desire. I do this via my transformational and unique coaching experiences, plus you get all the free goodness from tuning into my podcast. I'm all about empowering and inspiring women, so I really hope that this episode today gives you so much value, so much inspiration, and gets you to think greater. If you'd love to learn more about me and check out my offerings, you can visit my website, www.kimkent.com.au. Otherwise, sit back, relax, tune in, and I really hope you enjoy this episode today. Welcome back. Gosh, it actually has been quite a few weeks, or should I say months, since I have recorded for you. Life has been busy, different, crazy, whatever else you want to use to describe it. And the last lot of episodes I gave you was a series on how to become financially empowered, which is one of my most favorite topics. So I really hope you enjoyed learning from each of those episodes, because when it comes to money and empowerment and financial stability and security and your relationship with money, it's more than just money. So if you haven't, I really encourage you to listen back and take from it what you will and learn from my learnings, which I'm constantly doing, constantly learning and growing. But I wanted to just have a real chat with you today and also reminisce on the fact that it's been far out, almost 2 years since I started the podcast. I feel like it anyway. Oh, it's crazy. I can't believe how many, well, I can believe it's been that long because I love to talk. So let's not be delusional there. But I really hope you've been enjoying it, and maybe you're brand new. And this is a great time to tune in, because if you were to listen back to my first episode compared to now, you could hear the growth in my voice. Like, you could hear how I've grown and transformed as a woman, as a businesswoman, over time, because I can see it. If I can see it, surely you guys can see it too, and I can feel it. But over the next coming weeks and next coming episodes, I have some different things for you. This one's a chat. I know you love listening into what's actually going on in my life and keeping it really authentic and real. And then the other side of it is obviously still authentic and real, but really educational and sharing with you some new learnings and all of that jazz. So, what has been happening for me? And my intention has always been to be the most relatable and the most authentic I can be. And it makes me feel so humble and so grateful when I get that feedback from you guys, especially on my social media. And if you're not following me, it's at Kim Kent, 2 underscores in a row. I'd absolutely love for you to follow me over there, because I share a lot about what's going on with me, my lessons, the truth bombs that I believe need to be shared from my experience, and all of my learnings, all of the things. I just love it. I love getting on there. And I made a commitment to myself at the start of what year are we in? 2021. Gosh. And what are we now? November, end of November. It's almost 2022, which I'm excited for. And at the start of this year, I made a promise, and maybe it was a New Year's resolution, and it's one I've actually stuck to, was to stop filtering my face on my Instagram and Facebook stories. Now, on my actual posts, there is a preset that I use because it sticks with a theme with how my Instagram, the palette and the look, and I don't know what you call it, when you see my photos and my posts. But when it's stories, I made a conscious decision to stop filtering my face, because how am I supposed to be showing up as my most authentic self, me in all my glory as I am, if I'm going to be putting filters over the top of me that make me look better or enhance my features and do awesome things to my skin tone and all of that jazz. And it was really nerve-wracking at the start because obviously we're our biggest critics of ourselves, right? I was so scared to be judged on this. And then I was like, oh my God, Kim, get over yourself. And don't get me wrong, I make an effort to have good lighting so you can actually see me better. I use filters and whatnot when my face isn't involved because it enhances and makes whatever image or filming I'm putting up, makes it look even better. But with my face, I will not filter to enhance how I look. So I would love for you to, well, I hope you notice that, and I'd love to share that with you and encourage you and empower you to not feel the need to filter yourself. And I'm actually going to do a whole episode talking about this anyway. So I'm going to digress and get more onto the point of this episode. But an update on me. I'm currently 27 weeks pregnant. So as you listen to this, I recorded this at 27 weeks pregnant. It's my third pregnancy and my first one that's viable. As I say, I really fucking hate that term. You have a viable pregnancy. I'm like, great. You make me feel like I'm an animal part of the system. It's just, ugh, it's a yucky word. For those of you who haven't heard or missed the episodes or haven't been following, I had a really traumatic miscarriage in August 2020, so last year, and it was horrible. I know women have experienced worse than I have, and it's just, I did a whole episode on it, so you can go find it and you can listen in. I share all the details. And then in February 2021, so February this year, I had a second miscarriage, which timed at the same time we had a death in the family. I talked about that as well, and you can listen to that episode. So it wasn't as traumatic because I felt like I was in this point of numbness already, and there was already so much trauma, and it was kind of like the why universe, like, is there anything else you can add? Like, that's how it felt. It was just like, for fuck's sake. It wasn't as painful. It happened a lot earlier, but it really emotionally got to me. So I had 2 of those, and I just want to normalize it because 1 in 2 women experience miscarriage. It shouldn't be swept under the rug. It's normal, but it sucks. But the gift in it is it's given me so much strength. It's shown how much compassion and strength that I have already, which I didn't think that I did. And then now I'm on to my third pregnancy, and she is a little kicker. She definitely likes to have a party in my belly. I'm definitely at that point where I'm definitely pregnant. I know 27 weeks, I've just hit my 3rd trimester, but I'm definitely pregnant now. She measures quite small, which hopefully on my growth scan next week, she has grown a bit, because then I can be cleared for a home birth with my midwife, which means the world to me. So fingers crossed we can do that. Otherwise I have to go to the hospital, which I'm not against it. I just wouldn't, like, my preference is to be at home in the birthing pool with my midwife and no outside influences coming in to try and tell me how to birth my baby and all that jazz. So I'm sticking to what Mother Nature wants. And in my opinion, that's how you birth babies, right? And then if anything needs to happen from there, I'll surrender to that process. So yeah, I've got a bump. I don't fit into any of my clothes. I feel heavy. My pelvis is out. My spine is sore. I go see the chiro. I get massages. Like, I literally feel so, like, my body's so old. But I know it's all part of it. Like, I'm not complaining. Well, behind closed doors to my husband, there are a lot of complaints and a lot of whinging, because I'm very good at that. But as an overall, I know it's just all part of it. It's all part of creating new life, and it's a duality. You can't have the good without the bad. It comes at a cost. Birthing new life into the world comes at a cost. Oh gosh. So anyway, so that's what's happening for me. And my first trimester, I was nauseous. I literally would spend the day on the couch watching Real Housewives of Beverly Hills because I just love it. It's my guilty pleasure, and it helps me manifest the houses that I want, the lifestyle, and then obviously I look at all the women and all their problems, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, seriously, they let this get in their way. But it's all reality TV. It's all for the entertainment. I don't let it consume me. But I literally spent my first trimester on the couch eating salt and vinegar chips, drinking Solo or lemon squash because water just made me feel sick, but I was so dehydrated. And coming from the health background and the healthy lifestyle that I come from, like, I know better. I do. But you know what? When all I can stomach is white toast with butter on it or salt and vinegar chips, then that's what I'm eating. But once the nausea passed, I'm so grateful. Thank God I have followed the stereotype of first trimester feeling sick, second trimester in all my glory, feeling like a new wave of energy has hit me. I got back onto my healthy bandwagon. Loved it, did all the right things, nourishing my body, nourishing my mind, moving my body, meditating, all of that jazz. And now as I enter the third trimester, I've noticed it's just the aches and pains of my body actually having to expand and grow this thing, this child, and the tiredness. My body clock wakes me up at 4:35 a.m. ish, which I'm happy with because I love my morning routine and my morning rituals. But by like 6 p.m. at night, you don't want to talk to me. I'm just like moody and grumpy and tired. And then I'm in bed by 8:30. But getting as much sleep as I can because, as everyone says, get as much sleep as you can. And I'm going to listen to them. I'm not going to be delusional going into motherhood. I understand that, like, my expectations are set that it's going to be hard and I'm going to be a zombie and it's going to be really challenging. So then my theory is if I expect that it's going to be hard, if it is hard, it might not be as hard as I thought it was going to be. If I expect that childbirth and motherhood is going to be a breeze, then I'm delusional. And then when anything bad or challenging happens, I'll probably feel that it's more challenging than what it really is. So there's my Prego update. But what's been really cool is it's really empowered me. Well, after the first trimester where I just couldn't be fucked with life and like doing anything, there was no motivation, I just felt sick. After that passed, I had this new wave of empowerment of this, like, okay, not only am I motivated and empowered within myself to create an epic life and keep expanding on the life that I have created for myself, I have a daughter now that I want to show her what mummy can do. I want to show her that mum can have her cake and eat it too. She can have the freedom and the happiness and earn the money. And I just think that's so powerful because it has given me this extra oomph, this extra willpower. And I'm not in this mindset where I'll just rely on my husband to do everything. Like, no, I'm like, if it is to be, it's up to me. I get to create this life for my family and my husband gets to create this life for our family. So together we're unstoppable. We are compounding our efforts and compounding our contribution to our family and our future. And I did recently get really, really clear on my why, which I kind of just shared then. And I've always known I've been driven to succeed and be ambitious and all of that jazz, and it stemmed from a childhood of stress and anxiety and financial instability and unstable parents, and as in I don't remember them ever being happy. I just remember the divorce and them hating on each other. And my mum, I love her to bits, but she's an incredible victim. She taught me how to be a very good victim, and life was shit for her. My dad is a brick wall, so he doesn't really speak about his emotions, so I never really connected to his side of everything, and it was a shamble. So I always had this drive to be successful, but the last, in my 20s, the last decade, it's like I knew my why, but I also didn't know my why. I'm like, is that my why? I don't know. And guys, I'm going to do an episode on this. It's really powerful. But I did this activity with my coach recently, and it's just like the big light bulb moment went off. But it was also like, I always have known this, but I've finally been able to put it into words. I saw my parents equally, to different degrees and in different ways, settle and trap themselves into jobs they don't love, that don't fulfill them, so they could have a stable income. Because they thought that if they have a stable income, that will bring them happiness and freedom. But it only did the opposite. Like, I saw them in different ways give up ultimate happiness and true freedom. To this day, they're still in that trap. And I saw this as a kid, and that's why I'm so driven, because I never, ever, 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 ever want my little girl, I almost gave away her name then, actually, but it's a secret. I never want to see my little girl see me give up my happiness and freedom just to make money. Like, I want to show her that you can have both. And do you know what? I understand that there are people out there, there's a lot of people out there that already knew this, that already have this philosophy. But I wasn't born into this way of thinking. I wasn't born into these beliefs. The beliefs that I was taught from my parents was, money doesn't grow on trees. You have to work really hard, meaning like go spend all your time, burn all your energy making money, give up happiness and freedom to earn more. You need stability. If you don't have money, life is shit. All of this stuff. And it totally framed my mentality on money and created so much financial instability and anxiety in my life. But I'm so grateful for it, because it was the driver that got me to, get out of my own way and be on this path. So now I can help other women. It's ambitious women. I don't help women who aren't ambitious, because if you're not ambitious, what's the point? Like, there's no point me trying to help you when you don't want it for yourself, first and foremost. I know you're ambitious because you're listening to this. So you want to learn, you want to grow. But I am so dedicated and so inspired to help women, ambitious women who just feel like they can't get ahead, but they know they want more. They know they crave their happiness and ultimate happiness and freedom. And there's this resistance with money. And I want to teach them how to do it, because I've been able to create it. And I've gone from A to B, breaking that resistance and literally going from problem mode to creation mode. And it's fucking amazing. And if I can do it for myself, and I can show my little girl, I can show all the women out there and help them do the same thing, especially those who want to become a mum or are already a mum and have children and want to make sure their children don't see them give up on their dreams, so on and so forth. So it's been an incredible year, to say the least. Well, it's been like the worst year we've ever experienced, with a second miscarriage, losing Daniel's only sister, and I won't go into it, but you can listen to the episode about it. And going through all of that, I had the worst mental breakdowns I've had in so long, just not understanding. Like, my whole life plan took out from under my feet. The rug got pulled out from under my feet in January when Daniel's sister passed away. And it was like everything that I thought about life completely changed. Like, you cannot control anything. Things can change in an instant. So it's like the biggest challenge and the biggest issue and the biggest struggle I've experienced that I can remember, to the most gorgeous gift this year, with my beautiful little girl growing inside of me, with this mindset, with this way of life, with launching my coaching business and my Her Divine Riches course, which we're up to week 3, which is, I just want to let you know, that's something it's the first one I've run. It's literally helping women with their money. It's a money mastery course with mindset and relationship with money, and actually implementing the wealth principles that completely change your life. I talked about this in the series, Becoming Financially Empowered series, so you can listen back on those. And yeah, it's just so amazing that I've been able to do this. I've seen my beautiful online business evolve and change, and we've had a new wave of women join our network marketing business. And just to see them, especially in this day and age, with what's going on in the world, where right now, working for yourself, becoming financially empowered, being in control of your own income without being mandated, anything mandating and blackmailing your choices to keep a job. I'll leave that there. I won't go any deeper down that rabbit hole. And just having these women just come in and be like, I'm fucking ready. I'm sick of higher governing bodies telling me what I need to put in my body to keep a job and all of this stuff. And I should disclaimer, everyone's entitled to their own belief and their own choices. But I'm attracting a lot of women who don't want to have to be told what to do, or like your job's on the line if you don't put something in your body. Whether they're anti or pro, it doesn't matter. I have a lot of women coming to me be like, Kim, how do you do it? How did you make residual income from home? How did you create this, and this? And I'm like, let me show you. So we've had a new influx of women come in and use our blueprint and our business startup system, and it's been amazing. So intake's still open. If it does interest you, like, reach out. Seriously, I have no secrets. I share everything. Like, you can ask me anything about what I do, and I'm a open book. I'm fully transparent. Like, at the end of the day, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And if you don't want to be a part of it, totally cool. If it's not for you, totally cool. But if you're intrigued, then I'm here to share. Because, I can't, well, I shouldn't say that. I was going to say I can't keep it all to myself, which is true. I just want to help as many women as I can. So anywho, went on a bit of a tangent. That's the life update. That's kind of what's going on, what's happening. And the reason I share it with you, it's not me fully educating you with information, but, well, I am. I'm sharing what's going on for me because I want you to know where my mind has gone through it and what I've had to overcome through the worst amount of grief I've ever had in my life, to feeling more empowered and more in control of my life and my finances and my future plan and my relationships, my business, all of that. Never have I been more clear on what it is I'm here to do and why I'm here to do it and how I do it and the different ways in how I do it. I've never been more clear, and it's been the biggest gift. And if I could help someone else create that, it just means the absolute world to me. So I'm going to wrap it up there. Stay tuned. I hope you're feeling a bit more in the loop with what's going on, where I'm at, how we're going forward. And I'd love for you, please, can I ask a favor? Because I'm getting back into the swing of things with this podcast, I'd absolutely love if you could just jump on and leave a review. And it would mean the world if you left 5 stars, but you are the one in control of the review. And it would mean the world to me. It helps this podcast get out to other women just like you. Like, you get to be a part of the contribution. You get to be a part of the impact. And it helps me. It helps you. And it would mean the world to me if you could do that. So wherever you're listening on, there will be an option to leave a review. And if you could do that, and leave your Instagram handle, because I'll share it and I'll give you a big shout out, and I'd absolutely love to do that. And if you have your own online business, like, if this is an opportunity for you, write a review. I'm going to share you, and I'll share you in my stories on my Instagram and whatnot, and I'll be promoting you as well. I absolutely love to be able to use my platform with my thousands of followers to promote you as well. It's all about giving, receiving. It's all about sharing the abundance. So that would mean the world. And stay tuned for the next couple of episodes, because I'm going to dive deep into some really cool information, some really cool fun facts, as I like to call them, and getting yourself ready to come into the new year, 2022. We got angel numbers in the year. 2s are all about collaboration. It is going to be a year of collaboration, whatever that means for you. And I think that's really, really powerful. So stay tuned. Make sure you've subscribed, or however it works for you to get the notifications. And sharing your stories. Share that you're listening. I'll reshare it. It would mean the world. Have the most beautiful rest of your day and rest of your week. And I'll chat to you next week. Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode. It means the absolute world to me that you were able to do that. I really hope it added some value and inspiration into your day, into your life. Please leave a review. Please share on your socials or with your friends. I would absolutely love to have your help with this impact that we're making for empowering and inspiring ambitious women to get out of their own way, to have the tools, to have the strategies, to think greater, to evolve beyond their current issues and limitations. Like, we're all a part of this big journey together. So I really hope you enjoyed. Again, if you would love to check out my offerings, head to www.kimkent.com.au or check me out over on my Instagram, which is at kimkent 2 underscores in a row. And we can chat. I'd love to follow you back, and I'll chat to you on the next episode.